All right, let's jump into it, shall we? All right, how's it going, guys? My name is Matt Pease. If you guys aren't familiar with who I am, I've been in crypto since 2017. Many of you guys know me for my trading community, which is Easy Trades. I also am a part owner of Trading Hub, which is our signals community, which I run with my partners Error and Caps. In this video, I thought I'd do something a little bit different. I'm going to do something I haven't done before. And that's actually give you guys a little bit of a backstory to my beginnings, like who I am and kind of my journey going from zero to where I am now. So going back to 2017, I was introduced to crypto from my grandfather. Now, he was a very big stock guy, not super rich or anything like that. He just owned a pet resort in the town that I grew up in, but he was very interested in stocks and cryptocurrency. He was a business owner, so he had that kind of business mindset that I knew from a young age I wanted to do. I wanted to do something in business, not necessarily even business, but something to where I was free, that I could control how much money I make, that no one would have authority over my life. You know, I hated school for the most part. I was actually a pretty good student up until like junior year. At that point, I was planning on going to UCLA for D1 tennis. I was a tennis player growing up. And I was really about school and tennis up until around freshman, sophomore year when I got injured. I messed up my elbow joint really, really bad. And it pretty much ended my tennis career from that point. And that's when I started to dive into more of the online business. I saw a video from Tai Lopez. I know this is like everyone's start into like internet money or like trading, but I found a Tai Lopez YouTube ad. And I was like, dude, this guy got it. Like, this guy gets it. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of talking shit about school, saying how it's not worth it anymore. And with, you know, the new technology that's coming out every single year, there's no need for even a degree anymore because everything that you can learn is online for free, which for the most part is true. So I was really hooked in from that Tai Lopez video. From that point, I started to look into Gary Vaynerchuk. I'm sure you guys are familiar with Gary Vaynerchuk, into like SMMA, digital marketing. This is also around the 2017 point. At this point, I'm kind of trying to do like digital marketing on the side as I'm like a freshman in high school, but also I'm looking at charts all day. I didn't really stick to one thing. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. All that I knew was that I could not do this 9 to 5. I could not go to college. Also, I got injured. I injured my elbow. So tennis was kind of out the window. So I was like, all right, if I'm not going to a D1 college for tennis, then there's no point, because I don't have the money to pay 60 grand a year for a good college. And even if I did, it's just not worth it because all the information is online for free. So just in my head, it didn't make sense. And also I was going to go to school for a business degree, which also made no sense. I was thinking, why would I go into debt to get a business degree? That just didn't really make sense for me. I just, like I said, I knew I wanted to start my own business or just be independent. So at this time I started to look into SMMA and then also charting cryptocurrency, mainly crypto. That was kind of the only sort of asset that you can trade that really interested me. End of 2017, I was holding like Bitcoin, ETH, and like XRP at the time, which funny enough is still like at the exact same price. Like XRP has not moved. It's funny as shit. I feel bad for everyone who's holding XRP. Like, you guys honestly cut your losses at this point. It's not looking good for XRP, but anyway, so yeah, this is like late 2017. And this was during the first, major run that people saw. I mean, there was that run in 2013, but I wouldn't really count that. This was like the first bull market, right? And we topped at like almost 20K, I think. I still remember that day when Bitcoin almost went to 20K. I'm not sure if it tagged 20K. I don't think it did. I think it went to like 18, 19. I could be mistaken. Let me know in the comments below, but I'm pretty sure Bitcoin went to like 19K. And I just remember like, holy shit, like, I'm gonna get rich. Like, I'm like a freshman in high school. I'm like, I'm gonna get rich. Like, I don't even have to finish high school. Like, Bitcoin's gonna go to like 1 million, because like I don't know market caps yet. All I know is that there's a lot of built up hype around Bitcoin, and it made sense in my head. Like a decentralized currency. I still understood even as a freshman in high school that the current system was just super corrupt and that the dollar stood no chance, just because there's an infinite supply and it's not backed by anything real, right? It's not backed by gold. It's not backed by oil anymore. It's backed by the faith and credit of the United States government. So even as a freshman, I was kind of hip to like, okay, this is bullshit. Crypto is the way. And then from like 2017 to 2021, which was the next bull run. This is the bull run where I actually made some decent money. I was simply just studying how to trade. And at this point, I actually stumbled upon day trading, like technical analysis. Like, before this point, I didn't know that you can make money just from looking at the charts. So I stumbled upon day trading. And I stumbled upon an indicator called Market Cipher. So shout out CryptoSpace. He is like the main guy that actually got me into day trading. And I still use a lot of his strategies to this day, with the momentum oscillator. Now I've created my own indicators, obviously. But at the time I was using Market Cipher. And also at this point, I was learning how to draw support and resistance, which I also still use to this day. So I think it is pretty cool. Like a lot of traders that you will talk to in the space, they've changed their strategies a lot. But for me, I really have been using the same thing since I've started trading. And even on my channel, if you go back to the most recent videos, you know, my style has been very similar for the past like 3.5, 4 years now. But anyway, yeah, so CryptoFace got me into the technical side of trading. And I was just hooked immediately. I remember I had this private Snapchat story with me and all my buddies where I would just post my TA, and it was like god awful at the time. This is literally like 2019, 2020, like probably around quarantine or even before. And then the March 2020 crash happened. So this was when Bitcoin literally almost went to zero during the COVID crash. And that is when I actually took a lot of my money that I've been saving up and I put it into the markets. Now, I was always working jobs throughout high school. I've been working since I was like 13 years old. So I've always been a hard worker. I was in the workforce very early. I'm very grateful that my parents were able to get me into the job force fairly early to build up, discipline, which I still use today in my own businesses and in trading. So yeah, the March crash happened. I went into crypto there, and mainly throughout that summer, I was working a summer job, and I promised myself that this was going to be the last summer that I worked. I just knew crypto was going to explode. This was maybe June, July, August of 2021. And I went really heavy into Chainlink at this time. And I made a lot of money off Chainlink in 2021. Or sorry, this was 2020 at the time. So this is, before 2021. So this is summer 2020. I went really heavy into Chainlink early in that summer. Made a decent bit off that. Keep in mind, I'm still kind of learning how to trading here and there with leverage. I wasn't super good. I wasn't profitable yet by any means, but I was building up the skill set. Like literally, guys, like 12 hours a day. Like this is where my grades started to slip. Like I just did not give a fuck anymore. I was not paying attention in school. I couldn't even tell you my teachers' names, to be honest. I remember I shadowed my buddy at a nearby school, and like the teacher was asking me what my English teacher's name was, because we live in a pretty small town. I'm sure you might have heard of another teacher at a different school, and I literally did not know her fucking name. I said, I have no idea what my teacher's name was. I said, you don't know your English teacher's name? It's like middle to end of the year, you would know the teacher's name. I said, I couldn't name you one of my teacher's names. I just didn't pay attention. All class, I'd be like on my phone on TradingView, like learning how to trade, like watching YouTube videos. Like when I tell you it was a grind, like it was literally a grind. Like I was in all honor society, lost to all of those. I got kicked out of literally every single honor society I was in, like math, Spanish, whatever the fuck the other ones were. I honestly couldn't tell you at this point. But my grades started slipping. I barely passed senior year of high school because I was literally all in to cryptocurrency and charts, and I could not care about anything else. I've also always been into fitness, so fitness has been, a very large priority for me even to this day. But literally at this point, all I could think about was like the charts and like, how do I make money and how do I escape this fucking rat race? So fast forward to like late 2020, early 2021, this is when the KuCoin era was. I'm not sure if you guys remember the KuCoin era, but KuCoin was an exchange. I'm sure some of you guys still know about it or even use it. It's gone KYC now. But KuCoin was like the #1 exchange for like new coins to list on in like early 2021. And I remember I made a bag off of like Trias and like Veracity. I still hold some Veracity to this day, not looking great. But Trias and Veracity, I think I hit like 10Xs on both of those, did really, really well at the time. And at that point, I was like, I am literally not working another job for the rest of my life. Like, this is it. I'm going to figure it out. Also, in 2021, I started to work on my trading algorithm. Fast forward a little bit longer. So this is maybe like end of 2021. The top had already been in at this point. I'd taken some profits, obviously not all of them. The 2021 top was fucking brutal with that double top. Like, literally PTSD to this day. At this point, I was focused mainly on trading and also building Easy Algo, which is my trading algorithm, which launched like mid 2022. But I'd actually been working on this from like late 2021. And at this point, I didn't really know that indicators were like a thing. Like I didn't know any of these large indicators. All I knew was Market Cipher. Like that was literally the only one. Obviously, there were some other big name brand indicators that I just had never heard of until I started Easy. But at this point, I was just all in, focusing on making the best trading indicator just for myself. I didn't plan on releasing it at this point. I didn't think I was going to actually sell it ever. But mid 2022, I decided to release Easy Algo. I still remember for like $29 a month. Obviously, price has gone up quite a bit since then. And it just hit off right away. Like started getting traction on a ton of YouTube channels. It kind of just blew up and I didn't really know what to do because I wasn't really expecting it, to be honest. So this was probably like 2.5 years ago, or maybe like a little under 2.5 years ago now. Since then, I've met some amazing people. Shout out Error, shout out Eric, shout out my partner Jay. I work with Jay and Easy. So I've teamed up with a lot of these guys and we have just grown Easy to where it is today. Now we're working on some other stuff. I'm working with Blowfin on some things, which you guys are going to see soon. Blowfin and I are working on an insane offer for you guys watching, like really, really insane stuff. More info about that probably this Q4. We're still working on some stuff behind the scenes. And now my focus is just growing easy and helping as many people as I can. So yeah, it's been quite a long journey since, freshman year of high school when I stumbled upon, trading in crypto, but it's been a good one. I've ran the Easy Trades channel for around 2.5 years now as well. And it's time for a change. So what I'm doing with this channel, and you guys probably already see it, is I'm starting to make it a little bit more personal, like sitting down, showing my face, changing the channel name, changing the banner, because to be honest, I don't want to be known just for Easy Trades. And Easy Trades is great. Easy Trades is my baby, but I want to start some other things in the space and have a real influence on people. And to do that, I need to steer away from the brand itself and start to show, my personal life. Although this video talked a lot about my journey with trading and with crypto, my life is so much more than that. Like, this is only a very small portion of my life. I value my relationships a lot. I value my health a lot. I value my relationship with God the most. God is number one for me in everything that I do. I also want to give people like an unbiased perspective of like what a day in the life and like a trader or a business owner actually is like, because there's so many misconceptions online. And of course, people are going to make it sound easier than it is just to sell something. And obviously I have something to sell too. So I'm not going to be like, shame on them for selling something like a course or something. But there is a very large misconception in the trading space that, if you're a full-time this, you're driving around in Ferraris with diamond watches and diamond chains and freaking, going to clubs. And like, that is not what my life is like at all. I want to show you a different perspective on living life. I want to also grow with you guys and develop relationships with you guys. I think that is the most important thing. So yeah, kind of been a ramble this video. Just want to, again, come clean and just give my backstory. So hopefully you guys can resonate with me. Expect a lot more videos like this in the future, guys. Appreciate you guys all for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to leave a like. It would mean a lot to me. And also subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. I'm literally sweating fucking bullets sitting out here. Fucking in Fort Lauderdale, Florida right now. It's like fucking 100 degrees and humid. Sweating my fucking tits off. But yeah, that's it. You guys are awesome. Have a good one. I'll see you next video.